the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Horned Frogs offense will get first crack at it here. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing the defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and come.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Wants to throw on third down. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry, balls at the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll get rid of it. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Unloads quickly. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but they can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. He's going to fire deep. He's got it up to 30. Touchdown, TCU! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-3. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey.
Turning it on! He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Tempo and overdrive.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going to swing it on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Fires to the right. He's got him wide open. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we've got to get a stop. We've got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
Now on 2nd down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's taking the shot. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And they'll spread receivers all over the field. 5 wide on 2nd and goal. On the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to get outside. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On the direct snap, it's Duggan. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Eakin. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Tight end now in motion. On the direct snap, it's Duggan. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And the Bulldogs are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Trying play action. Makes the catch on the right side. Running free. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Pulls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Gonna look downfield again. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Coming up, 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. You got to build on this momentum in the second half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create, and sometimes...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the quarterback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
Finding open areas. Still on his feet at the 40. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Vasquez. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air on 1st down. Going for it all. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable 1st half so far in Starkville. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They're going to get on top in this game. They're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You have to imagine the game plan in the 2nd half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
From the gun to give, looking for room. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. I'll send the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short. The Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
It'll be third and long. He's looking to pass. Gets it to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
On the play.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. It's complete to the left. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Duggan. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the wildcat.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. You can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And great great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming. You don't let that speed get...
Touchdown, TCU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Throwing down by the goal line is always difficult, especially when the defense is expecting it. On third down, they were, so you've got to have the perfect play call on, and that's exactly what the offense had.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Weeks. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, they're trailing by a lot of points right now, and the problem is there's usually only one way to get back into it, and that means throwing the ball, and the defense knows it. And that's why they're pinning their ears back. They're dialing up blitzes. Guys are just rushing upfield, and they're finding it easier to get to the quarterback. They've got a few sacks already in this game. It's going to be even easier at this point because this offense has just dug themselves into such a big hole.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working on the right. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Looking downfield on first down. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll run play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Pulls it in. It's Vasquez. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Good timing on the quick out. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop you, and that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Lost 5 on that 1st play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He'll pull it on the read. They got him for the safety. He kept the ball and didn't have time to move a muscle.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Finds a little space.
The returner brings it out to the 44. And the TCU offense will take over.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Got room to work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Duggan. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point.
Just plowing ahead. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Got it in the middle. It's Weeks. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Weeks. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Takes an easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Weeks. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. He wants to throw it again. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Dumps it to the back. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
On the direct snap, it's Duggan. Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. And the defense drags him down. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the